Well, in all the times this season that Hawaii has gone on some of its biggest runs, who's been the guy serving?
Johan Timmer.
You got it. Couple of natural points, and Bill Ferguson's not going to take any chances, and he's going to call for a timeout even though he's up by 7.
I think he knows the danger of Johan Timmer. I'm sure he watched the film when Timmer ran around in Game 5 when Hawaii played UCLA in the Outrigger Classic. One of the great serving exhibitions of all time, where he served 4 in a row. He got broken up twice with timeouts, and then there's a lot of delays, and he had to keep fighting off all those delays and all the pressure, and just kept ripping one after another. So he's about as dangerous a server as Hawaii has.
Well, the band doing its share. In fact, even the Manoa Maniac, the student section, pretty well populated this evening. There you see some of the students that have come to support the Warriors tonight.
Hawaii's still struggling offensively, Howard, in the second set. Only hitting 176. They really should be up closer to like 250 if they're going to win this game. They're also only siding out at a 40% rate. That's that first contact when the ball is served over. And how well do you side out in that first one? They're only siding out at a 40% rate here in the second set. Not good numbers.
And I want you to know that you would be very proud. The way I have learned and paid attention last week when I was here with Lisa Strand-Ma'a and you were traveling in the sets they lost, I said, look at that side-out percentage. And as Chris always says, if it's below 71-2-3, you're not going to win. And sure enough, they were down in the 50s and 60s. And even Lisa was quite impressed. And the service here. We should talk a little bit. We mentioned a couple of times your travels. You traveled halfway around the world to watch some Hawaii Thai guys.
Yeah, I got an opportunity where I was sponsored, basically, to go take a look at the German league where Brad Lawson and Eric Shoji and Kavika Shoji are playing. And then I got to watch the Greek league where my son Spencer is playing.
So you literally traveled halfway around the world, got back here into Honolulu a couple days ago, and here you are.
Yeah, it was a long and winding road, but it was a lot of fun. If I fall asleep in the broadcast, you'll know why. Because right now I'm supposed to be asleep, I think.
Or if all of a sudden you just say, Auf Wiedersehen. If you start speaking German, Greek, we get it.
There you go.
No problem. We'll just pick it up and take it. Brooks Sador serving for Hawaii down 7. There's the overpass, and wisely Siki too far from the net. And Joby Ramos with the dump shot. And credit the serve that set that whole thing up.
Hawaii putting together a nice little string here of some smart plays, some good offense, some alert plays. Ramos is picking the right time to do a little dump shot. He can't be doing that all the time. He's not big enough to really be slamming it down all the time, but if he picks his spots, he can be very effective up there.
We saw a little bit of Max Wexel last week, the other setter, who has 6 extra inches. Well, we've already seen Micah Christensen dive over the table to save that one, but this time Joey Booth ran out of real estate, and very wisely, the Hawaii fan, he maintained his ground, right? He's a Hawaii fan. You're not gonna get out of the way. His wife actually got out of the way, but the gentleman stayed in his chair. He said, if you want that ball, you gotta,
That's Fred Parker, and that's the Booster Club president.
You're gonna have to crawl over me. Nice job of putting that one up by Henry Cassidy out of Punahou. Ball blocked by Hawaii's Ramos and Averill again. Off the heads, nice job, Jace Olsen keeping it alive. Brooks Sador off the touch. Another point for Hawaii. And Hawaii now on a 7-1 run.
Boy, had Hawaii not dug such a huge hole, we might have a very, very close game.
And Hawaii, even if they fall short of this comeback, it's important that you grab and seize a little bit of that momentum back, and they've gotten the edge right now. And in fact, they have forced Bill Ferguson to take another timeout.
Smart timeout by Fergie that time to make Brooks Sador think about it. maybe cool off a little bit. They've had to pass against Timmer and Snore back to back, and that's not an easy task for any receiving team. We'll see what Snore comes up with out of the timeout. He probably will take a little bit off his serve. He wants to keep the pressure on SC, make them earn their side out, but we'll see how much heat he puts on it.
You know, we talked about the fact that not only was Hawaii playing the quote-unquote lower portion of the conference, but 8 of their last 10 matches are at home. They had Northridge last week, USC today and Sunday. Then they have Cal Baptist down the road, March 15th and 16th, and then they're back for 4 consecutive matches, 2 against Pacific, 2 against UC Santa Barbara. So yes, it was a scheduling quirk. It was a brutal first half, but in a sense, kind of set up about as good as you could expect it to set up as you look at this American Savings upcoming schedule.
Yeah, it really does set up nicely for Hawaii if they can get on any kind of a roll at all. We've got SC on Sunday, as you said, and then all those teams are in the bottom 1/3 of the league. If they ran the table on all those matches, good things could happen.
Hey, there's a special UH Club for Kids. Don't forget, stop by any Papa John's Pizza store to join the UH Kids Club. Children receive an official club t-shirt, a variety of other benefits. Sign up and join the UH Kids Club today.
Then they got to go on the road to finish against San Diego. That's the other one they have. It's a team that's in the bottom.
After kind of a little alumni match shoved in there on April the 7th, right?
Exactly.
Another good serve by Sador, good up by Rivera. And the block, out. Taylor Averill was right there.
Credit Christian Rivera that time for a terrific pass. Sador put a lot on that serve, and Rivera popped it right up. He's having a great match, is Rivera. 4 kills, 5 digs, 3 couple aces.
And Jace Olsen flying out of the back row. A little bit of confusion on the part of the Trojans. Haven't seen that very much. And then the set to Sarkovic. And that's where that international experience, that peripheral vision both come together.
He knew exactly where the open spot was on the court. He knew that when blocker Christensen moved in, he knew that Jansen was hanging back. He was in the back right position. Jansen actually did a nice job just to get his hand on it. I thought the ball would actually hit the floor.
And now Charlie Wade looking to get a little bit of a bigger block in there, brings Nick West in. And so you have Olsen, Averill, and West. 6'7", 6'8", 6'8", across the front row for Hawaii. Siki to serve it, and that one is long.
Siki went for it that time. He was going to give it all that he could. Pick up an ace, make a little run, cut the lead down to 3. Instead, they're down by 5.
17 serving 22. And back to serve it up for the Trojans is going to be Joey Booth, sophomore out of Newport Beach, California. Booth serve off the tape. Good job by Olsen to get it up. And there's Brooks Sador. Had a great swing, but he too hits it long, and now it's 23-17. And the Trojans are looking good here in set number 2. Booth again. Olsen, and he hits it out. And it's set point for the Trojans. Both teams are out of timeouts. And the Trojans look like they're going to be heading into intermission up 2-0. Olsen puts it up. Back set. Sador. That is blocked out. Point Hawaii off the hands of Rivera.
Hawaii's own undoing in the second set and hitting errors. 6 of them altogether. Hawaii only hitting 222 in the second set. Not a good number.
Now in there to serve is going to be the aforementioned Max Wexon. Started the season to center. There's a complete misconnection. That was a total whiff as Christensen and Josh Kirchner unable to hook up.
Billy Ferguson comes off the bench and says, Micah, don't need to worry about setting the middle. Go back to Jansen. He's our money guy. So I watch this next set, I think, to go to Jansen.
There it was.
Went to the middle. He goes Jansen. Jansen didn't hit the ball at all. I thought he was going to Jansen for sure. Of course, you got to remember, Micah's got a lot of points to play with. He had 6 or 7 points to play with there where he could have misconnections and balls hit out like that. He's still got a 4-point lead.
It's like our cameramen are taking some direct hits tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Sador, service ace.
Actually, it's Max Wexon, I think.
Max
Who looks a
Wexon,
lot like
excuse
Sador
me.
from a distance.
You're absolutely right. He's come off the bench and he's served Hawaii to 3 natural points. And again, you ask that question, why did it take so long? At 24, so Hawaii has dodged 3 set points already.
The alarm clock obviously did not go off until midway through this game.
Another overpass and another chance for Hawaii to get a point. Back set, that time Wexon was not ready for it. And there's the winner, put down by Christian Rivera and the Trojans by a 25-21 margin. Takes set number 2. That takes us to intermission while Hawaii, they're gonna have to do some work. They trail it 2-0. Much more to come from the Stanley.
More.
All right, back with Chris McLaughlin here, taking a look at the McDonald's match stats.
Things that jump out to me right away are SC's got more kills than Hawaii, 27-21. Those kills add up to points. The second thing that really strikes me is there's a problem that Hawaii's going to have right now is that SC's out-digging them 26-15. That's 11 more times that SC's having an opportunity to take a swing, to score a point, and maximize their opportunities. SC's also serving much better than I thought they would. I thought Hawaii would be the dominant serving team. SC's put up some pretty good serve, especially Rivera. Rivera's really serving well. He's got 3 aces on the night. So I think Hawaii's got to dig better, and they got to, as the boys said, Pawlowski and Chang at the break. Hawaii's got to produce some offense. Somebody other than Brooks Sador has got to start putting the ball down. Hawaii's got to stop self-destructing with self-inflicted wounds with hitting errors.
You know, you're a pretty smart guy. You follow this game pretty darn closely. You know these teams well. And you were the one that said at the beginning of this match, Hawaii is a better game 2 or match 2 team, meaning the Sunday match. And you said you would be happy if Hawaii would come out of this weekend with a split.
Yeah, whether they win tonight or whether they win on Sunday, either way, a split would be good because the rest of the schedule sets up right in their laps that they could conceivably win out and garner that 8th spot for the postseason tournament.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm happy to stay here and do 5 sets tonight. What about you?
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to be back.
Let's do it.
I'm not sure Jesse Martinez, though. He's the F referee.
Yeah.
He's had, I think, in the last 4 weeks, I think he's had like 8 5-setters.
Really?
Yeah, he's tired of the 5-setter. He would love nothing more than 3 and out.
Probably just flew in yesterday.
A couple days ago.
Yeah. And the 3rd set begins with a service error on the part of Hawaii. JP marks into the net, so 1-0 USC, the Trojans.
And JP, I think, is a critical player in this particular set. He's hitting negative so far, I believe. And if he just gets off the schneid there, let's see, what is he? He's got 2 kills, 3 errors, and negative 077. If he just gets going to hitting his normal numbers, Hawaii has a very good chance to start a comeback.
You know, and the reality is JP Marks, for all the great things he's done for Hawaii in all these MPSF matches and 14 matches, he's hitting 159. So granted, they go to him a lot, but he hasn't been able to get that number up there.
That's right. How about Timmer? He's not only got the heat and heavy hammer, he's also got that soft little delicate roll shot that I think the great servers have to have.